Hello all, welcome to Why Speaking. Imagine it's 300 BC. You are a trader traveling from the snowy peaks of the Himalayas down to the tropical tip of Kanyakumari. Back then, there was no English, no standard Hindi, and certainly no translation apps. Imagine living in a place where people in every direction speak a different language. North, south, east, west, few new words, new scripts, new accents. India has always been a linguistic jungle, hundreds of dialects, dozens of scripts. So, how did they do it? How did they build empires, trade gold, and share philosophy without a national language? Let's get into the video to find out the same. The first secret was a system called diglossia. Think of it like a two-story house. The top floor was Sanskrit. It wasn't spoken by everyone at the dinner table. It was the code for science, math, and religion. If you were an astronomer from the north and you met a doctor from the south, you both used Sanskrit. It was the Latin of the east, a bridge for the elites. The bottom floor was Prakrit. These were the people's languages. They were colorful, messy, and changed every 100 miles. Prakrits were the natural versions of Sanskrit that common people actually spoke to buy vegetables or tell jokes. One interesting fact is, most educated people live on both floors. Ancient distinct languages of the south, like for example Tamil, with their own rich traditions. There were ancient distinctive languages particularly in the south, for example Tamil, which had their own rich traditions. Today, we think in states. You cross a line and suddenly the language changes. In ancient India, languages were like a gradient. If you walk from a village speaking a dialect A to a village 50 miles away speaking dialect B, the change was so slow you barely noticed it. Most people living on these fuzzy borders were naturally bilingual. They didn't learn a second language. They just absorbed it through trade. One believed fact is that in ancient India, plays like those by the famous poet Kalidasa, the king would speak Sanskrit, but the queen and the servant would speak Prakrit. In one single scene, the audience understood everyone because they were used to hear multiple languages at once. Culture was primarily passed orally, with powerful language holding sway, allowing local variations to thrive. Rulers supported arts and literature in various languages, fostering regional literary traditions. Example, Chola support for the Tamil. Merchants, soldiers, diplomats, and priests often learned multiple languages or relied on translators and interpreters to facilitate communication between different language groups. Ancient Indian administration, particularly at the village level, was largely autonomous, with local bodies and headmen managing affairs in the local language. What about the government? Take Emperor Ashoka. He ruled almost the entire subcontinent. When he wanted to tell people don't hurt animals or be kind to your parents, he didn't just use one language. Multilingual courts thrived. Vijayanagara kings like Krishnadevaraya wrote in Telugu, Kannada, and Sanskrit with Persian influences later. Travelers picked up local languages out of necessity. Rulers promoted vernaculars too, like Marathas used Marathi even in Tamil Nadu. Mutual borrowing enriched languages with Dravidian words sneaking into the Rig Veda. Coming back to Emperor Ashoka, he also used local dialects. In the northwest, his pillars were in Greek and Aramaic. In the heartland, they were in Magadhi Prakrit. He knew that to rule, you don't force people to speak your tongue. You speak theirs. This language tolerance is why these empires stayed glued together for so long. So how did ancient India work? It worked because they didn't see too many languages as a problem to be solved. They saw it as a reality to be lived. In essence, ancient India's multilingual system functioned not by forcing single language on everyone, but by employing a flexible, layered approach that utilized linked languages for broader administration and elite interactions, while respecting and relying on the local languages for regional and daily life. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please give likes, comments, and dislikes. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you.